into another episode of Wait a Gam Minute podcast. I am Gam, and of course, I got my sidekick, my co-host,
Mz Gogetta.
And today we have a special episode, as we do. Why I keep saying that every Thursday? Because all of our episodes are dope. All of our episodes are special, right?
Right.
So today is no different. However, I think today it's gonna pull on some heartstrings of people, and hopefully through this episode, people will be healed. People will figure out how to move to the next level, you know. So with that being said, good afternoon, Miss Butler. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Good. So how was your weekend?
It was good. I worked the weekend.
You did?
Do you work every weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. So before we get started, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers and listeners of Wait a Gam Minute?
Okay. I am Nene, which I prefer to call Monay. Okay. But I'm from Suffolk, but I'm raised in Portsmouth.
Okay.
And
how many kids you have?
Got 7 of them.
Yes. How in the world you forget you got 7? How in the world you forget you got 7?
Got 7.
7.
Yeah.
What's their ages?
15, 14. I got one about to be 11. I got an 8-year-old, and my twins are 6. And I got a 2-year-old, but she about to be 3 too.
Okay. So you got big. Well, your kids. Well, hold on. You were doing good because you had a 15 to 14, 11. Then you went to 8. Then you went to 6. And then you were on a roll.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well,
Can't have no more though.
Oh, you got fixed?
Yep.
Okay.
Didn't know you didn't say fixed.
I mean, well, you know what it is. Two's tied. I don't know whatever it's called. So let's go ahead and hop right on to the episode because first I want to ask you, what made you hit us up?
Because once family started to fall out, and you got some, I want to say this, every time we fall out or something happen, it just brings me back. Like it's something there that
Right.
bothering me still.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you try to talk to them about it, it's like, I don't know, it get brushed off the way, like
Brush to the side.
yeah.
So basically, you guys have, just like everybody, no family is exempt, have family issues. So you're trying to get to a place where you guys can move past that and build some type of relationship, right?
Yes, a genuine one.
A genuine relationship where there's healing. Okay. And that makes sense. How old are you?
I'm 32.
So, yeah, that makes sense. You're at the point, and then you have your 7 kids that you're trying to raise, and then you're in your 30s now, so you're trying to grow.
Yeah, because I just want to fix me for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to be doing the same, like, I don't want to grow up the same way. I mean, I want them to grow up the same way how I grew up.
Okay. So tell us, how did Nene grow up? Oh, Monay. You want to be called Nene or Monay?
Monay.
Monay. How did Monay grow up?
Well, my childhood wasn't the best childhood for real. Like, I'm raised by my daddy, but I always see my mama. So it's like, when I'm with my daddy, I'm a sport child. Do whatever I want. But when I'm with my other parent, it's kind of, I don't know. It was definitely rocky. It was just a lot for me that a child shouldn't go through.
Right.
So how many kids does your mom have?
10.
10. Okay. So is it safe to say, because, when you were with your dad, it was just one of you versus going with your mom, it's however many of you it is. So it was no spoiling because
It was a lot. It was other siblings.
Right, you had a lot going on. Gotcha. So tell us a little bit about you growing up. Like, what are some of the things that you actually endured growing up? Like, that happened, or something from your childhood that you feel as though it, now we look at it as trauma, family trauma. So give us an example of something that happened that still affects you to this day.
Okay. The beatings. I hated the beatings. Then one punishment is where I had to be in the closet.
Which mean you had to be in the closet?
Like, that was a punishment. Like, we had to get in the closet. Like, just be in the closet.
And do what in the closet?
Just sit there for sometimes a couple of days, sometimes minutes. Anytime she want, you open the door.
Wow. So when did you come out the closet, like for baths or school or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, whenever she felt like it. I mean, whenever she got ready.
Okay, so you said you didn't like that part and you didn't like the beatings.
No.
Okay, so how did that affect you, though?
I don't know. It affect me it just made me I just don't think, I can't really say, because I don't want to cry. I don't feel like crying.
You don't want to articulate. You can't articulate it. Understandable. And I think it's safe to say that, we all have endured some type of family trauma. Like, it's, we don't want to take away from the trauma that you have experienced. But what we have to realize is that, if we don't talk about things, if we don't put things in perspective, then we continue that cycle. You know what I'm saying? Of repeating itself. And with you having, 7 kids, you stated that you wanted to come on and share your heart, because with you sharing your heart, you're going to, one, help and heal Monay. And then when you're helping and healing Monay, then that's going to spill off over into your kids.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we don't want our kids or anyone to endure some things that we have endured, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So when you were in that, even though that was so many years ago, it still affects you to this day. Mm-hmm. So you haven't had any counseling or anything?
No.
For that?
No. And that's another thing I be trying to tell people, like, sometimes, just go get some help while you can, because my life is fucked up for real. Like, I'm messed up, like, mentally. And then it's just get worse.
Right. So have you ever thought, like, why me?
I still do think that, because maybe if I don't know, sometimes I just be like, damn, my mama just didn't swallow this nut. I don't sometimes I don't be wishing I won't hear. Like, if I knew I would have to go through a whole lot and then trying to fix it as I get older, I wouldn't want to be here, because it's a lot. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do.
Well, for the start, you probably have to go back and remember some of the things, then maybe approach it that way. You probably have to approach it that way just by hitting it head on, and then be able to just express it however you can express it verbally. Mm-hmm. Because some people express things when they're going through. They express it in things that actually hurt themselves, right, versus just saying what you have to say. And when I say by hurting themselves, some people would say stuff that, like you just mentioned, in a way. Somebody might hear you say that and take it that you have suicidal thoughts because you was like, you didn't want to be here. It'd be tough.
But I
know. Go ahead.
I used to always have suicidal thoughts, but I think it's like after my sibling passed away, I was kind of scared of like death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and then not to mention you have 7 kids that you have to take care of.
Yeah, and then if I'm not here,
who's gonna take care of them?
Yeah,
because I don't know. They might go through the same thing you go through, and you're not here to protect them.
Exactly.
So they're gonna need you to protect them. So that's one thing that you might need to seek counseling for, to remove that off the table. Mm-hmm. But let's get back. You were saying that your childhood was that rough that you have all these different thoughts. And so what do you actually want out of talking about it? Or what do you actually want for you to heal and move on? And I know we briefly spoke earlier, and I know you kind of want to put it behind you. You want to address it, but you want to put it behind you so it can heal and release you, so you can be able to be fully available and capable to handle and to help your kids grow.
Yes.
And not do what you have done.
Yes.
So take us back and then bring us forward, meaning take us back to some of the things that actually hurt you and you want to go ahead on and release, and then bring us forward on how is it working now or what do you expect from it. So, and I know you mentioned the beatings. You was raised with your father, and so you was the only child with your father,
Yep.
right? And then you have 10, including you, with your mom. So you were saying that you was going back and forth in the homes with your dad and with your mom, but in certain homes you was being punished by beatings or in the closet. But that affects you because you said you didn't want to cry. So therefore that's still haunting you.
Yeah.
Hurtful, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like how you do, kids like that. And then when it comes to me parenting, this is the thing. When I do certain stuff, like as a parent, like if I yell, cuss, sometimes spank my kids or whatever, my family be looking at me some type of way or talk about me or, stuff like that. But I'm like, well, baby.
This how I grew up.
Yeah.
This how I grew
At
up.
least I ain't doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they gonna get disciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I holler, I cuss, but to be honest, that shit don't faze my kids. They're gonna do it.
They used to hearing you do it.
Yeah, they so used to it. Or me saying, I'm gonna come in there and whoop your ass, and don't come up there and don't do shit.
Don't do nothing.
So they just like, now they just like, she's just saying it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
talking, yeah.
So now I gotta think of another punishment.
Yeah.
Cause I don't have that. Don't keep having no damn seven on.
Yeah.
I got no energy to keep. Like, So So some of the stuff, shit, I understand my mama, but she could have punished us in a different way.
Yeah. I think, in all fairness, so I think a lot of times we only do what we know or what we're capable of.
That's what
you know
I'm
what I'm saying? So the thing is like, how some of the ways that you were treated or you experienced, you don't think that was right. You don't think that you should have endured that, right? And so you're not going to do that to your kid.
No.
Right? So have you sat down and had a conversation with your family or whomever that you're having these issues with?
We can't. It seems to go left when I want to talk about stuff. Maybe because everybody don't feel like me. People just, they going about their life. I guess they put it behind them. But a lot of stuff, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is me. Like I told y'all when one of my sisters was like, don't go up there because it's going to open up a can of worms. And I humbly said, oh, well, I am the can of worms. Like,
Not
for real. Like, my whole life, like, this is, I guess, because my family don't think about doing stuff or talking to anybody.
Right.
So, but I really want to better myself. I'm so tired of being the same person, like, hurt. Like, I'm just always hurt. So, like, if I try to talk to them, it's like they brush it off. Like, they don't want to hear what I got to say. Or they'll be like, well, such and such going through a lot. So, it's always, I got to put it to the side because somebody going through this or somebody doing this. I'm going through shit every day, every day. I just want to fix me.
Yeah, that's right. And you only have control over you.
Right.
So you're absolutely correct when you said that you want to fix you. And a lot of times, people don't want to talk about things because they don't want to revisit things. And then, like Ms. Gogetta said, in order to, jump here, we have to go back there.
Yeah.
So which can be very, it can cause a lot of, feelings. A lot of people feel some certain type of way. But I think, overall through this episode, I think people will, whomever that is for, that it will,
Right.
well, my prayer is that you guys.
Yeah, because I don't
want
want to, I'm not up here to bash,
Right,
the bash the bad.
right.
Because like I said, I love my family. I mean, I love everybody know I love my mama. I love my mom. I love all of them at the end of the day. But just certain stuff that they have done.
Yeah.
That.
And like I told you when we spoke, and I said all the time, everybody's story includes other people.
Yeah.
Whether they want, and if your story includes other people, but if your story still affects you from the beginning of your story, and now you midway your story, and it still affects you, then sometimes you have to wind it back and do it over and release it and tell it. And then everybody might not be open or ready to tell their story, but it's not their story that you're telling.
Yeah,
you're telling your story. Like if you're telling what happened to you, you're telling what happened to you, not what happened to this one, that one, and this one over here. You're talking about Monay. This is what happened to Monay. And can't nobody tell your story better than you can. Right. So you can't wait for this one or that one to decide, oh, well, I want to tell my story myself. Okay, then you tell your story, but the story that Monay is telling is Monay's story. Yeah. And that's why even if you watch movies and all these different Lifetime movies, a lot of times these true life stories are from the perspective of that person. Although you're going to have another character, you're going to have some standbys, because that's how the movie goes. And like I was, say, when you have a movie and you telling the movie have to make sense, because have you ever watched a movie and you sitting there going, wait a minute, that don't make sense. They left something out. Right. Or why they end it like that? So when you telling your story, you have to focus on you and relieving you, because now you have 7 individuals that's counting on you to have an empty cup so they can be able to pour what they need to pour and get from you and pour into you. Right. But if your cup is full and running over from childhood stuff, until you release it, you're not going to be capable, you know what I'm saying, of doing what you need to do for them, because like you said, you have 7. So that means that's 7 different personalities, 7 different individuals that need to pour their issues into you, or you need to be able to pour out into them and express how you feel with them. But if you still have hurt and anger in you, then you're going to pour out hurt and anger back into them.
Yes. Yeah, and absolutely. This is why I don't, like I told y'all, cause y'all know I don't care about my 14-year-old. She going to be like me. She probably be going live and saying little stuff. So I got to be ready for stuff like that too. Because like I said, I'm trying to fix me, because a lot of the ways that I go about things is giving me my mama vibes. So I'm trying to change that. Yeah. Because
why don't you want your mama vibes?
Because it's not right. Like I said, now we trying to work on stuff and fix stuff, but it's just like, it's still got bumps in the road. We still argue. We still, sometimes I keep my distance. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got favorites. Yeah. I think I'm not nobody's favorite.
So why do you feel, though, that you're no one favorite? Is it you just feeling that way, or is it really?
They show me every day. I'm nobody's favorite. If I don't, let's be honest, we can go months. We can go probably weeks. Nobody gonna call me and check up on me. Ain't nobody gonna.
Do you call and check up on them, though?
Yeah.
And they don't return the favor by checking up on you?
I'm not even gonna lie. They do not call check up on me.
They don't? They don't. How does that make you feel, though?
I mean,
it hurts your feelings? I'm sure.
I mean, I'm gonna say if we on good terms here, but if
how often are y'all on good terms?
I don't know. Like every month we
back and forth.
So is this like a issue? You know how people say it's like a family cycle. This is how we communicate, and this is how we.
It's every year, but they say it's me.
So why they say it's you? What's the reason?
I guess I'm still going through a lot, but they don't understand. So, like, every time we argue, like anything happen, and I got to state my opinion, or I say something about how I feel, they always say it's me. It's me. I'm always a cause of everything. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Every year we go through stuff, and to be honest, I want to fix it, but where I'm at with it's like, if we don't talk, I'm good. Because at the end of the day, it's not gonna be genuine if we keep on doing this roller coaster. We don't just say we don't fuck with each other. Just say that. Right. This way, I'd rather for like my older sister. You know, she was like a mother figure to us. Like, all the siblings growing up. So, you know, like when certain stuff happen or if I'm doing something wrong as a parent, I call her with everything. Try to confide in her. But not to know that you go behind my back and try to make me a bad person or tell people, you know, certain things or, you know, air my business out, stuff like that. It's like, it's no safe place.
Right.
No safe place. But I can't go to, and people like y'all, like you say, like, why do you go back to that, like, event to her? But I just feel like I love my older sister. If you don't, she just fucked my trust up now.
Right. I can understand how you may feel, you know, because if you're, you know, because she's the oldest sister and you want to put all of your trust in her, you want to put, you know, because we all think, you know, if you're the oldest, you're supposed to bear a lot. You're supposed to bear everybody's issues, everybody's problems or whatever. You're supposed to have all the answers. But we know that that's not true.
Right.
And but then the thing is, too, a lot of times we put expectations on people that we shouldn't put on them.
Right.
That's because she's the oldest. We can't put that on her, right?
Right.
To be fair. But at the same time, if I do come to you and tell you something, I need you to stay there.
Right.
Just,
I just feel like
say, don't
it's a lot of us. I can vent to my two baby sisters. If we get into it, they're not throwing it back in my face. They're not throwing nothing that we talked about back in my face. They'll probably hit me, you know, I don't know, we cuss and we just, I'm a cusser. They don't like that I cuss a lot though. But
Right.
I cuss. That's how I express myself. But we fuss, we say little stuff, but me and my little sisters, we is not throwing stuff back in each other's faces. So I expect different from the oldest sister.
Right.
Because I don't know about everybody else, but me, I know I confide in her about everything. Everything go wrong, I'm always calling her. And she answering, like, or whatever the case may be. But I think the last straw was just, well, recently, that was the last straw. I feel like if we ain't gonna mess with each other, it is what it is. Cause I feel like now you making me feel like you don't care about me for real. Like you say, oh, you try to keep us together, or you trying to have, you know, keep us together so we won't, you know, I guess argue or, you know, fuss or whatever. But in reality, you don't care about me. Like soon as we argue, you hit below the belt so hard, and I'm like, I'm your sister. I'm not your enemy.
Right.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, and, you know, although she's the oldest, just like you saying you've been through a lot. So with her being the first, there might be a lot that she's seen and been through because she was the first one. But
And they have all said that too.
yeah, and so therefore she might just don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, hold, or like I was just saying about the cup, her cup might be full. So she
Right.
might not know how to take in your stuff and to hold it because she done been through some things. So her cup might be overflowing because she might have been through more than you have because she was the first one. So therefore, your stuff is the one that she let overflow and spill out, and she's still trying to hold on to hers. So have y'all ever had a conversation, like, have you ever had a conversation with her to ask her, why did she tell whatever you told her?
Oh, no, I never said nothing else back to her after that day. We all got in that argument. I never said nothing else to her.
But this is the thing, Nene. If you don't say anything, if you don't, you have to be able to express and articulate how you feel, whether it's through curse words, whether it's through a text message or whatever it is. Because if you don't tell her, what happens is if you don't say anything for a while, right? You done told her something, you don't say anything, then y'all get into it, and then she, you know, releases whatever you said, and you don't say nothing, right? You're gonna end up getting pissed off. So when you do go to try to say something to her, when you do go try to deliver, she's not gonna receive it because you already on 10, because you still holding on from
Child.
2, 5, 6, 7, 8 times before.
And I am. I ain't lying because I am. And I thought it was going to be different this time around because, like I said, my sister changed totally, like all the way. She a fiance. I thought that she changed, but when she hit me below the belt and kept saying, "Oh, this is what she said. What did she say? Oh, keep depending on your mom and your daddy to take care of you or something, she said. That hurt me too because I can call my parents for stuff if I need it.
So she may feel she may feel
that they're not helping her. She can't, and you can.
But she good. She got a fiance. She great. But I just don't like that she throw everything back in my face like that. Like if they helping me, it's the reason that they helping me.
Yeah,
and
I understand that because I feel that way too. I don't like if I say something, you bring it back up.
Don't bring it back up.
Yeah.
Like just like the Tampa trip. I told them 80 times I do not want to go. I can't go. It's too much that I need to get handled home, especially with my kids find another job. I don't want to go. Everybody encouraged me to go. I go. I had a good time, no lie. I love being with my family. But when we get in an argument, I don't have to hear, oh, we paid for the trip for the time. I don't want to hear that shit because I can fuss at y'all and not have. We can still argue. I don't have to hear that. We can still love each other. You ain't gotta keep throwing shit in my face. Then she'll say, I'm not. Or what she say? Oh, it's not throwing in your face. Sometimes you gotta remind a motherfucker. Oh, you ain't gotta remind me shit because I got good memory.
Oh wow. So what would it take for you guys to? I'm not even gonna say have to rebuild your relationship, to build a relationship. Because I honestly sitting here listening to you, I don't know. I'm not outside looking in. I'm not a clinician or anything like that. But just for me with my common sense in my mind, it's like you guys haven't had a healthy relationship. So what does a healthy relationship look like to you in your eyes for all of you guys?
Just being genuine, not calling each other and talking about each other behind their back. If we feel some type of way, I feel like we need to address that to the person that we feel some type of way about, like I do, and they hate that about me. Anything that go wrong, they don't want Monay to speak up because don't nobody want to hear me. I'm gonna just say that don't nobody want to hear me because I'm gonna say what's going on and how I feel. I'm not sugarcoating stuff and not sweeping nothing behind the road. I can't do that because at the end of the day, I'm hurting me if I got to keep doing that. I'm hurting myself. So if I feel some type, like I told y'all, like before the Tampa trip, they were saying that I was gonna be the one to tear the trip up. I had a good time. So once we got back to Virginia, I needed my apology from them too that said it, and I got my apology because at the end of the day, I don't go out of town. I got a lot of I can't do a lot of shit in this. I can't do nothing. Like I got to stay with my kids. Only thing we can do is Chuck E. Cheese and around the Virginia area. So yeah, I wanted to go out of town. I really did. But if I couldn't go, it was fine with me. I was okay. Like it's okay. They go everywhere without me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still gonna love y'all. It ain't no biggie.
Yeah. So when, like I know Gam mentioned for y'all to rebuild y'all or to build, because you didn't actually grow up with them all the time or was in the same house with them all the time. So therefore, is it just a certain amount of y'all or is it all of y'all that needs to build?
Everybody.
Okay, so it's all of you.
I'm gonna be honest. Even though my sister that passed away, we bond more. We've been around each other more. Like we live together, and we had our ups and downs as well. But my baby sister, Danisha, she my baby sister though. But I feel like I bond with her more. I mean, I used to bond with her more. Like we don't really talk like that, but I feel like she get me though. Like anything she's the baby, you know what I'm saying? You know, she about to be 26 years old, but anything I say, she understands, she feel me. But if it's not right, she gonna say that too.
That's right.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
My sister Alexis, I think everything I say to her, she disagrees. She disagrees. She just don't feel like she don't like it. Maybe because like everybody set their stuff to a certain standard. See me, right. I'm a lot open. I don't really care about what the world thinks or none of that. I'm out here because at the end of the day, if a water get cut off, ain't nobody out this bitch gonna pay that bill. Nobody but me. So I really don't care what nobody think about me. Yeah. And my siblings are not like that. Yeah. They not. They just like except for the one that passed away. See, we would have been up here together. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, really
like
chilling. Yeah.
yeah, like that's the only one I could bond with because that one is really like me. We fight, so we say what we want to say. I'm a Leo, she a Taurus though.
Okay.
So
But the thing is, Monay, like, just because people don't agree with you doesn't mean that they don't hear you or accept what you're saying, or
Right.
or that you guys have to bond, because we can be siblings, and a lot of times people think just because you're born into a family, or this is your sibling or whatever, that you're supposed to be the tightest. You're supposed to be. Sometimes it's just not like that.
It's
not like
not.
that
Dynamics
because
are
it's
just-
still different
it's not, yeah.
personalities going
Right.
on.
Everybody's different. So the thing is, we have to respect people for who they are and where they are.
And I ain't gonna lie, when you said that, I just had a conversation with all my, I think it was my cousins and my siblings, one of my siblings or whatever, because y'all know I got 7 kids, so a lot of stuff I can't afford when it comes to myself or whatever.
Right.
So my sister gonna say, I ain't gonna say what she gonna say, she know. She was like, well, if you can't afford it, you don't need to, you just don't need to go like that. I got so fucking mad. I got so mad that she said that to me.
Why? But why though?
Because I'm like, damn, bitch. Hello, bro. You gotta say it like that.
Right.
But
It was her delivery.
it was her delivery. But this is why I respect her, and this is why when I told her when I see her, I was gonna do X, Y, Z. But the only reason why I respect her because she has never switched up. She just straightforward. That's why I respect her.
And then
I
you
can
just
never
said
be
you was
mad.
straightforward,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and I can never be mad at her because sometimes you just got to you got to say stuff like that to a person. That's just, I don't know. It's just when she said it to me, I was mad as heck. I feel like she threw a shot. But when it comes to that sister, she has never switched or changed. She always been herself. She say what the fuck whatever she thinking, she gonna say it. So I was upset, but I'm just like, you know what? I can't even be mad because that means get my fucking money up. Get my money right. So they just really just like, push me a little bit. But
So I know you said you pretty much say what you have to say, and you straightforward. You said your sister that passed away, she was just like that as well. Now you're saying that this sister is like that.
Straightforward.
So, but you said something about your older sister would throw stuff back in your face. So basically, she's telling you, but you said that she said something you got to remind. But I heard you just girl to say that
But look,
you got to remind.
this
So is it that
sister-
y'all all pretty much the same?
We might be, but this sister, she throw hurtful stuff back in
Okay.
your face.
Okay.
See, I done been through a lot of shit in my life that sister we were just talking about that was just straightforward that she could say, but she not gonna say.
Right.
She said, if you can't afford it, then you don't need to go.
Yeah,
She ain't
that's
say, bitch, you ain't got no money. She ain't say
Yeah,
it
she-
harsh.
it was
You
the
know
way
what I'm
she
saying?
said it.
But that older sister, she gonna throw it back in your face and try to hurt your feelings.
So let me. I'm gonna be straight up with you. And then this is me listening to you. This is what I get from it, listening to you. Although no, I don't know all of what you guys have been through, whatever. But listening to you, I'm hearing how you are Leo. You know I'm Leo, right? Okay. So you talk your shit, but you don't want this shit talked to you.
I do. I like when people
Oh, for real?
talk. Yeah, I like when people say stuff back, but it's a difference
below
with
the
me.
belt.
I don't hit below the belt. I don't
Okay,
want to
yeah.
hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would fry. I like to joke, so
Me
I would
too.
fry your ass up. I would fry you up. Telling. But I'd rather joke on you than to hurt you with your life struggles or anything with your personal life, because if you confide in me about that, that's something that's hurting you. That's something that you trying to fix. I don't do that with people. Like, I don't do that. And then one of my cousins brought up, well, you and Jovi used to XYZ on Facebook, but she starts it first. I'm never going up there and just fucking with her. She
Right,
go on
right.
Facebook and fuck with me
Right.
every time.
So what is it that you actually like? I know y'all need to build, and you were saying that you went through a lot, in your childhood. So what is it that you actually want? Like, what is it that you want with your family? Your
I need them
siblings,
to
or
understand me.
what is it that you need them to understand?
That I'm going through a whole lot. how they grieve is different from how I grieve, and what they going through. You know, I mean, what I need them to know is I'm me. I'm me. I'm loud. I'm edgy. I do whatever. I hate when we go somewhere and they okay, Nene. Okay, don't prep talk because I'm grown. I say what I want. I say how I feel. I just hate when they try to silence me. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to shut me up all the time. Like, no, let me get it out. Let me say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I had to tell my other sister, I was like, I feel like y'all don't want to be around me. Like, y'all don't, fuck with me for real. But she said, we do. I love when we're around. We always had good laughs, but let's be real. Y'all don't want to be around me.
Why do you think they don't want to be around you, though? Like, exactly, like, what is going on?
I ain't gonna lie, because I always bring up something from the childhood.
And you know why you always bring up something from the childhood?
Because it's still there.
Because it's still there, yeah. And I need to talk to. They need to give me feedback. And they need to fucking listen. And they need to talk to me.
So if they were sitting here right now saying, "Go ahead," if they were sitting here right now saying, "Okay, go ahead, Monay, talk. Tell us what you want to say," what are you gonna say? What is it that you really want them to hear and listen to you about?
I want them to listen when I speak about how the hell I used to get my ass whooped, how we not, how everybody got clicks, like how everybody will click together and I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like now they try to bring us together. They try to say, oh, we're a sister, we this and that, but I feel like we not there. Like I just feel like they'd rather down me, like dummy down me, like real quick, like so fast, so quick. And I just want them to know, like, stop doing it. Like, we're gonna be a sister bond. Let's be a sister bond. Let's and certain stuff I bring up, it don't be hurtful. It just be like I don't really go deep to childhood, but I do bring up certain stuff about my mama, and I know they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to answer the questions.
Right.
They don't want to.
One, they don't want to talk about it, and they don't want to answer the questions because one, they may not have the answers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're or they maybe don't want to talk about it because they don't want to confront it. They don't want to deal with it. So you have to respect them that they are choosing not to talk about it because at the end of the day, we all got to do what's best for us in order, because life for everybody out here.
Yeah.
So, whereas like if she and I grew up together or whatever, and she want to keep talking about it, but I'm like, no, I don't want to talk about it because it takes me back. Because at the end of the day, when these eyes closed and his head is laying on his pillow, you're the only one thinking and got to process, how to get through that night.
Yeah, so they might not want to talk about it, but
it
ain't about them. You have to do what's best for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
And I just really want to fix us as, to be honest, okay, my mama gonna be my mama. Mm-hmm. To be honest, I don't even want to fix that because I'm 32. So, like, I don't really need
Do you really, truly not want to fix it? Or are you just saying that for protection of your own feelings?
Probably protection of my own feelings. But being that I'm 32, it's like I don't need no mama then. Which I can't say that because I'm 32, my daddy's still there. Like, he's never going to see me fall. Like, if I can't pay a bill or anything, my daddy's going to do it because he's never going to see me fall flat on my face. He's never going to see me out back.
So he still look at you as his baby girl. Yeah. But he raised you and you have a closer relationship with him.
No, I did. Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's going to do what he has to do.
Yeah. Then when I try to go to my daddy and, like, talk shit about my mama, my dad is not the type to talk shit about me. He's not. He gonna listen to me, but he's not gonna bash my mama.
He's not gonna join in the conversation.
And I be like, God damn, who said you? But he love my mama. He love my mama. He not gonna bash her. Like, to this day, I can say something about her. He be like, he'll listen. And you know what he'll say? That's Flossie. Mm-hmm. But that's why I respect my daddy so much. Mm-hmm. Because he ain't like my mom. He's just a different parent. He's just a parent.
Right. See,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So what is it that you? But I know you keep saying you have like deep down there's still some feelings there, but you can't really say what it is that you want. So it's like you want them to listen to you, or you want them to include you, or you want them to answer some questions, and I get all of that, but it's almost like you don't know how to, or
Express myself.
you don't know
I
how
don't
to
know how to
express
express.
yourself, or maybe you're not quite ready to really do what you need to do to let them know, hey, this is how I feel, this is what happened, blah blah blah, and break it down so then they can understand. Because if you're saying it, but you still kind of emotional about it, but then you're kind of like tiptoeing
Around it. I know I
around
am,
it,
because I just.
then you can't really expect them to understand what you're saying, because they probably not going to say, well, explain to me what you're saying, because they probably have a hint, because they might have been through it too. Because if you're saying that all of you kind of was like in different places, y'all weren't together, then 9 times out of 10 they're experiencing some of the hurt that you might be experiencing.
I mean,
But
but
if they're not ready to talk about it, they're not going to have you
It
really
don't
dig
seem
into
like it though. It don't. It just seemed like it's just me. It seemed like I'm the like more hurt. Like they going about their life. Like they going about their life. Like
They might just don't talk to you about it though.
Yeah, but I feel like if we sisters, we need to talk to each other about what we going through and how we
Yeah.
feel. Because I be wanting to open up. I be wanting to open up to them about certain stuff, which I do. I feel like I do, but they just like brush it off. Like they brush it off all the time. So it's like I just want them to be genuine with me.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like it's genuine because
What's up, family? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Way to Gam Minute Podcast. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Hit that notification button as well, so when we drop a new episode, you'll be first to know. Stay tuned to all things Way to Gam Minute. Okay, so listening to you talk, we can hear a lot of hurt. You know, you not be able to articulate, how you feel, right? But the more I hear you, it's kind of I feel sad for y'all, because a lot of times we only do what we've seen. We duplicate what we've seen, and what I mean by that is probably how you guys grew up. Your parents probably grew up the same way, like your mother, her siblings, because it seems like you guys are duplicating what's already been done.
It was already been planted.
And y'all don't have a mediator or anybody in the middle to say, hey, we need to lay everything out in order to move forward.
Yeah.
But you're only really going based on the blueprint that you already have.
Yeah. Right.
Like you had said earlier when we was talking, if the blueprint isn't there for y'all to communicate or love on each other or do things with each other without cussing each other out or having a big fallout, then you're only going to keep doing what you know. So that's going to trickle down to your 7. And then however many kids, their kids or whatever. But like I was asking you earlier in reference to what is it that you want to actually say? And I know you say you have a hard time and you tiptoe around it.
Yeah.
But like I was telling you, just say it, because they're not going to, you can't expect them to give you answers to something that you're not really saying. And then if they're going through a certain situation, they're not going to pick and prick you for you to, spit it out, because they might not want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So if you want to have that, you want to have that growth and you want to have that connection, then you have to just say it,
Okay, for my older sister, I want her to know that if I'm confining you with stuff, when you throw it back at me, that just make me not have no trust for you. Like, it don't. And
does it hurt you?
Yes, and the way it definitely hurt me. Like, it's still fucking with me, because it's like I trusted her again. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we always fall out. We go years and months without talking. Like, that's how it is. Like, this whole dynamic of family, especially when my sister passed away, we supposed to been getting closer. But we further away. Like, we still ain't. So it's like somebody can pass away again today, and we still trying to say, oh, we're going to get closer. But then we still messed up. We just all messed up. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, once I want to talk about certain things, it's always be like, all right, now I don't want to talk about that. But it's certain stuff I be wanting to get out. Like, I just want everybody to love me equally like I love y'all. Like, I don't feel like they love me enough.
Now, but you know that's never going to happen, right?
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. The way we love people and the way we treat people, we get that in return. Mm-hmm. It's
right.
not. But I think
that's true. But
I think you guys should like a level of respect. Yeah. I think that's the main thing for y'all. Like,
and they definitely don't got that for me.
The respect isn't there.
Mm. Is it? So I know that's your perception of how it is. Are you taking that based on how they don't talk to you, or is because what I'm trying to figure out is how do you know it's really not you? So if I was to ask, whoever, one of your siblings, mm-hmm. right, would they say the same thing that you're saying now? Like, oh, she don't rock with me. She don't have no love or respect for me for real. But you're saying you do.
I do. I love all them. I love all them equally.
And I know you said that before, but is it that's just the way you feel? Because I know you keep saying you also called yourself the black sheep.
Yeah, I am.
So, but I'm trying to figure out why are you saying you're the black sheep?
Because I'm the one with all the kids. I can't do much. I can't afford to do what everybody do. So they not going to include me in certain stuff. Like, they do a lot of stuff and not include me. Don't want me around. Don't want you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always over here and they always over there. So I guess this year we tried to come together. We tried to do it, but it still didn't work because, like I said, once I feel some type of way, mm-hmm. I'm going to lash out. I'm going to say what I got to say, and that makes them go away from me. And I hate that because we should be able to express ourselves and tell each other how we feel, just like they do with me. And I listen, but they'll hurt me the worst. But I be missing them so much, I be like, I'm just apologize first. I hate that because I didn't do it first.
So, but you said that they'll tell you stuff that they got to say, but when you said you tell them stuff, you use the word lash out. Mm-hmm. So maybe they going away because you're lashing out.
Yeah, I go. I snap.
But that goes back to the beginning. But that goes back to the beginning when Gam said, "Oh, maybe instead of you holding it in, you need to address it right then because if you hold it in, it's going to build up, and then that's probably why you lash out. Mm-hmm. But by that time you lashing out, they're not trying to hear what you're saying." Yeah. So they moving away from you because now they're gonna look at it like, oh, she tripping, she lashing out, oh, she the crazy one.
And that's how they make me feel. And then once they make me, that's what they do. I hate that, like, they label me as because of my feelings. Mm. The way I express myself, I express it like I'm just, So they don't. They just, oh, she the crazy one. We not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna. I don't like that. Like, don't do me like that because at the end of the day, if I'm that passionate about something in me, it's something that's bothering me, and I need you to listen to me, to be my sibling and to listen to me, like, and so we can fix it. But they don't. They stuff for me.
So out of all of your siblings, I know you said that one of them, who transitioned. Y'all was like, y'all had everybody has an issue, mm-hmm. but y'all were close, right?
Yeah, we were close. So, we was basically almost alike.
So you don't have anybody else, as far as a sibling or family member that you, outside of your dad, that you can go to and talk to?
You said sibling?
Your sibling or your...
It was my older sister till she fucked my whole... She really fucked me up because it's like, damn, like, I know, even though it wasn't a big crowd of people, but it was the people that's in our family group chat. Mm-hmm. The stuff that she was saying, I was like, what? Then tried to double me down by saying, and this was a couple totally lie. She gonna say, oh, bitch, you can't even do a job application, so She basically was like, you can't even do a job application. She was like, bitch, I had to help you with your job application. And you did not help me with no job application, girl. When I got the job, I called you and said, Mammy, I got the job when I left out of the interview. What? That fucked me up because you said it in front of everybody. So have the people that's in the group chat thinking, oh, this bitch is kind of, so something. It's like, that's what, that's why I feel like she tried to have people think it was in the group chat. Because I'm like, hold on there. And then I'm like, this the part, that's why I had to call everybody, let everybody know, like, because I put everybody in the group chat because I didn't see that comment. Mm-hmm. I had just got out the group chat, like, after we done arguing. So I'm reading this, still reading the stuff because I'm on the phone with somebody, and I'm reading the stuff, like, what me and my sister was fussing about. Then I seen that comment talking about, I help you with your job application. I did not see that comment. And I screenshot to put everybody back in the goddamn group chat. I said, bitch, when did you help me with my job application? I said, well, now you making me look crazy. You trying to make it seem like I'm so. I said, so you trying to tell me, you told me, Nene, you put your name in this slide. I put your last name right here. So that's what you trying to tell people you did for me. Right. Because, no, that just fucked me up. Then gonna say, I said, but the assessment, it was assessment to the job. Mm-hmm. Boom. I kept failing the damn assessment. And I called the job, and I was like, look, why y'all keep denying me for the job? She was like, your assessment. The lady screenshotted this shit, and she was like, do the assessment, this the answer, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I told my sister what the lady done for me. So I turned it around with the, I'm like, girl, I don't know, like, she just weird. I don't know.
So do y'all do stuff like holidays together?
We used to.
Like Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays.
Did we do anything? Okay, they didn't even want to fucking spend my birthday with me. I made a post about that shit too. I made everybody feel some type of way. I did. I know I did. But they still came out with me. They still we still went outside, but I don't know. We don't do nothing together. We don't do nothing. Like this year we really didn't do. We did a trip together, but it was birthdays that passed. That we don't be doing birthdays together, which I wish we do, because like I said, that's how you know. I feel like birthdays is how you know a person feel about you. Mm-hmm. Like for my birthday, I had to cry in bed for them to even come out. I don't have no friends. I cut everybody off because I just want to better myself. I feel like being that I grew up so crazy, it making me have failed relationships, failed friendships. I don't know how to be a fucking friend. You know what I'm saying? Like certain stuff, and then you're supposed to start with your sisters. They ain't teaching me how to even be. You know what I'm saying? If I can be a good, better.
You realize, like, they can't teach you,
right?
But they don't know. Like, they don't know how to be. It's no handbook on it.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like you should start with your siblings. Mm-hmm. We should try to, because it's a lot of us. So it's like we should start there. And I know all them. I'm gonna say my baby sister. She don't want to know how to keep friends. Because all us have a amount of friends that we probably ain't friends with or probably don't even talk to no more. Right. Because it's like they don't know that when you not trusting. I ain't gonna say it's always them, because it can be me too. Especially like
I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, like it could be me too. Especially like with friends. I know it's me, because I feel like if you're not doing a certain thing that I would do for you, I feel like you don't fuck with me, and I gotta speak on it. And once I speak on it, it makes them feel some type of way. It make them not want to fuck with me no more. That's how it is with my siblings. If you do something to me a certain type of way, and I speak on it, they don't want to fuck with me no more.
Okay, stay right there. Hold on, Ms. Gogetta. Stay right there. What happened in your past in order for you to feel that way? Because it's like something happened for you to feel like
you don't trust.
You
can't maintain.
And if somebody says something to you that you don't agree with, that they are not rocking and rolling with you. What happened?
Okay. Maybe, like childhood. Like certain stuff I be trying to bring up, like being molested. When I got molested or whatever the case may be, and that person that's supposed to get you, supposed to, keep you safe, keep you harm, they didn't. The person that molested me the first time was back in the house the same night. Wow. Trust fucked up because the person that's supposed to protect you let the person, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So you was hurt.
But
Yeah.
did you tell the person who was supposed to protect you what happened?
Yes.
Or did you assume that they knew what happened?
Soon as you walked through the door.
Okay.
Because we was hiding. And when she walked through the door, she tried to figure out what the fuck going on. And we went to her, telling her what's going on, what was going on. Only thing I know, she fussed at him, but put us in the car. We got in the car. We rode around. We found him walking. She put him in the car, took him back to the house that night. I just feel like that's not protecting us.
Yeah.
We telling you something that somebody did to us. You check us, then you go get the person, bring them back in the house. Then he in the house with us. And then they hate the fact that I remember so much stuff.
Right.
I have to, because at the end of the day, I just be like, man, this wasn't right. That wasn't right. And then people feel like, well, you need a break from your kids. I think about my childhood. I don't need a motherfucking break. They gonna stay right in this house, because anything happens to them, I know me. I'm gonna go to jail. I'm going when it comes to my 7. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent. You're supposed to protect them.
Yeah.
And they always dying to go somewhere. And I have to put in your head, but anybody do this, anybody do that, anybody do that. And I know they be like, that's like, why is my mama talking to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like saying this stuff to me, but I have to, because I don't want to keep y'all bothered up in this house. But if somebody do something to y'all, you have to let me know, because I'm the only one that's supposed to protect you, because I was not protected.
Right.
So this is why my trust is messed up, because the person that's supposed to, she fucked my trust up anyway. But the person that's supposed to protect you didn't protect me. She didn't protect me. She just.
So therefore you relate that to trusting people.
Yeah, and all down the line.
So when you said that when you was a kid, this happened, so you lost your trust. Then as you got older, you was telling, like, you're confiding into another person, and then they tell all your business. So that broke your trust.
Her,
so it's like just
friends, friends too, because like I said, when I moved to Portsmouth, I started my own family. Because I really was just like, fuck, you know what I'm saying, fuck my siblings and all them. That's why my sister came and lived with me. It was always me and Jovi and Lincoln Park. It's always been us two. So we basically was like, fuck the family. Like at one point, like fuck that. We trying to get love from them. They not fucking with us. Like it's just certain stuff. And this is, and I know I'm about to touch I really don't give a fuck. Okay, so like I said, it's a lot of shit that happened to me in my childhood, like beatings, getting locked in the closet, molesting, all this and that. So when it comes to us parenting our kids, we do one wrong thing. Like my mama, she called the police on me. She called child CPS on my sister. But I'm just like, how the hell can you? I mean, because the probably was done to her. But I'm just like, well, we your kids, and we done something wrong. Come give our ass a break. Come get one of these kids. Come do something or whatever the case. Because it was 2 incidents that I did. I mean, that happened. And it was 2 bad incidents that I think is bad or whatever the case may be. But they made it worse. They made it worse because they made it seem like I tried to do this stuff. So when it happened, I called my oldest sister, because that's who I confide in. I'm not calling my mama, because my mama's way too dramatic, and she's gonna, she gonna goddamn go where, like, deep, call the police on your ass and get your ass arrested. Just stupid stuff. When you can just, okay, Nana, you might need a break. Let me come get these kids. Okay, so it was one incident. The first incident, I think my son was about 9 or whatever the case may be. The school had called me over and over. It called me over and over, whatever, about him. So I'm already cleaning up. I'm already cleaning up, whatever, because once he came there, I was gonna drop him off with my daddy anyway. So I had the door open, wait for him anyway. I'm going to take him to my daddy's house. Take him to my daddy's house and just let my daddy take him to school that week. So he came to the door. Remind y'all know them little cheap brooms from the dollar store. Sometimes they break, or you sweep so damn hard so they'll bend. So whatever. So I turned it off instead of buying a new damn broom. I took the damn broom and squeezed the part off, threw that part in the trash, and I still got a little broom. I don't know. And there's a little broom. I got a little broom in the house right now. I don't know. I just don't never buy another one. It just when the shit break, it just break. But that part of the broom, that top part of the broom, that shit like metal. That shit will scrape your, you know what I'm saying? So, cause it scraped me, put it in time sweeping. So, he walk in the door. So I'm yelling. I'm on the top steps. He at the bottom. I'm yelling, going off. The school, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking shit to him. So I kicked the broom, and I was like, and get that trash up. I kicked the broom down the stairs. It was on the steps, so I kicked it to him. So however he grabs the broom, the broom, and probably his height about this, because the damn broom was short. But anyway, he grabs the broom. He's still sweeping, but I heard him say, "Mommy, I'm bleeding," like that. So I'm like, I see the blood. I'm like, well, go get a tissue, whatever the case may be. But once he lift his arm up, the blood was coming down. So, boom, I'm panicking now. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm like, Mama, this boy, the cutting stuff with the damn broom, with the damn broom, blah, 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 blah. But they so fucking weird. My sister's so weird. She goes to call my mama. I don't know what they said on their side of the phone. So my mama called me. So I tell her what happened. He tell her what happened. They still want to say I abused, I still want to say I did something to him. Like, I'm never gonna be you. But they want to put stuff like that on people because what type of person that they is. But that shit fucked me up to this day because I'm like, they still don't believe that I didn't do it. They really thought that I beat the boy with a broom, basically. Mm-hmm. That's what they really tried to say, that I beat my son with a broom. But mind y'all, my son got autism. So they fucked me up. So my mama came and got him. Her and her fiance, my old husband at the time, took him to Roanoke. I let him go. Because at the end of the day, being the person, that shit do be having a lot on me anyway. But that right there, I was going to let him go any fucking way. But I still want her to know, like, Mom, I didn't do nothing to him. I want you to know, like, God, honest truth, hand the Bible, I didn't do nothing. I didn't beat him with no damn broom. But it's just crazy because I had a conversation with my two cousins on the phone, and the conversation came up, and it just took me back because I'm like, damn, how y'all know? So it's like they spread it. Then you never know when you walk in the room how people are looking at you.
Yeah, right.
That shit just make me so that trust. That's what I'm saying. I can't trust. Like, and then you had the family just looking at me all crazy. And then the second incident, I'm washing the damn dishes. My 14-year-old was there this time. My 14-year-old was there. She was vacuuming the floor up. I told my twin, twins was 2 at this time. Ava told that twin, I'm telling her to sit down, but I'm on the phone washing dishes. I'm running my mouth. And I'm telling her to sit down. Remind you, my sister gave me a nice mirror, but the back part that is supposed to stand up, that part didn't move. So you had to have it clockwise in the wall. She playing, she still playing. Boom, the mirror falls on her. My sister, boom, I get my whole phone drops in the water.
Oh wow!
The whole phone drops in the water because I panic or whatever the case may be. The mirror land on her. So boom, imagine the iPhone. So boom, I still got to call my sister. She couldn't hardly hear me, but I'm like, look, come over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come over here, whatever. Cause I was tired of explaining on the phone. She couldn't even hear me. Water in the phone. So I get her up, her face cut. It's not a deep cut, none of that. It's just bleeding. And I didn't panic. I would still just was like, still got a nasty demeanor. I had a nasty demeanor because when you tell kids over and over to sit your ass down and something happened, that's your lesson. Because listen to what I'm saying. If I'm telling you to sit down. So my sister comes there. My older sister, she come there, whatever. She like, I'm gonna just take her with me, whatever. So I was like, what you think I think I pushed her to the mirror? Like I threw the mirror on top of her. What you think I did to her, whatever? She was like, oh no, because you didn't feel no type of way when the ambulance got here. You just hell no. I had 6 kids at this time. Keep telling the kids to sit down over and over and over and over. Kids have to learn their lessons somehow. If you're telling them to sit down, the mirror fell on her, and she told me I did something to my baby. No, that oldest one got punched because she looked at she was staring at my daughter with the damn mirror on. I mean, with the mirror on my baby.
And then didn't do anything.
So when I dropped everything and I punched her, I punched her. But my thing is, she really thought that I did something to my baby. My older sister, the person that I be confiding in, she be thinking the worst of me the whole time, and I don't like that. So she really thinks the worst.
But why is it that you think? Were you gonna say something?
Go ahead.
Oh, but why is it that it's like, why it seems like, or you feel as though she thinks the worst of you, or everyone thinks the worst of you, because you said that they with the son.
I'm cool. I'm really that. I'm really crazy. Like, I'm really cuckoo. But when it comes to my,
Why are you saying you cuckoo?
because I have been through so much. I fight. I do shit. I just go. So I've been to jail 4 times. I used to do a whole lot.
Been in jail for what?
Okay, I've been in jail for stabbing, fighting. My big case is when I stabbed somebody. I went to jail on my nephew's birthday. He was being born. I was getting locked up April 12th of 2012. And I stabbed some people in the military. I was trying to be grown, and I met a dude when I was working. I was working at McDonald's or something. I think I was working at McDonald's then. And I met a grown a man. I lied to him about my age, told him I was a certain age, and I won't. And I dragged my sister, Jovi, and my old best friend, Daphne, with me. And yeah, we drinking or whatever. We were getting drunk. But I heard him say, this is how I heard him say, "Oh, we're going to rape these little bitches." I heard him say that. But my homegirl kept saying she didn't hear him say that. But I knew we were drunk, but I heard it. I heard it. And it led from that. Like, we got outside. We fought. We was going against all these people. I remember my boy picking me up and like slamming me on somebody. It was the condos, and we was in this parking lot. I remember him picking me up, slamming me, because we were fighting hard out there. It was just us three with everybody, like me and everybody. We just fighting. So I remember he just picks me up and he slammed me on like somebody, on the windshield of somebody's truck. And I don't know, I was spinning. I was like really weak, getting really weak. And I remember, I said, you know what? Because I had this little shoulder pocketbook, and it was like a little circle pocketbook, one of the little shoulder things to hang out pocketbook. I remember I had the little kitchen knife. It was a kitchen knife, but it had like a little blade thing to it. I took it everywhere, and I just remember it was in my pocketbook. So once I slid off, I laid on the ground for a minute to get myself together. I went in my pocketbook. I had it in my hand. Like we was gonna, fight, like squatted up with them. But I was stabbing them every time they were running up.
Wow.
I was stabbing every last one of them. I ended up stabbing my little sister in the shoulder blade too, because she was running up to me to help me.
Right.
But she was coming I was swinging so fast, but I was stabbing them. Face, I didn't give it where I stabbed them at, because they were jumping us. It was nothing but 3 of us and like 5, 6 of them.
So did you go to jail for that? Like,
I went to jail. I got
denied.
I went to jail for 4 months until my daddy got me a lawyer. I was gone for 4 months. I don't know, that shit was just crazy. But I went to jail for 4 months. And this is how I got my bond with my older sister, because I got locked up in Newport News. For the stabbing or whatever. But when I got to Portsmouth City jail, they transferred me to Portsmouth City jail, and I seen my older sister there, being that was incarcerated. But yeah, I met her in there. I seen her in there, whatever, and that's how we got the bonding. Because at the end of the day, I always thought that she didn't like me anyway. Growing up as a child, like she really showed like fucked up love with me. Like when it came to me, so we bonded in there, whatever the case of me. And I didn't want to leave her when it was time for me to go. I didn't.
So y'all have like a etchy relationship. But what do you think will actually take for y'all to get that right, though? Because why is it that if she's the oldest of 10, what number are you?
I'm 4.
So you're the 4th child? So she's the first and you're the 4th. Why is it that you think her feelings or relationship with you is different?
Well, she keeps showing me fake, like she showed me fake love, man. Like, when we good, we is good. Like we is good. We laugh our ass off. We be weak, cause she.
So do you think that's fake laughter? See, what I'm trying to figure out is it just the way she's showing you what she knows, and to her it could really be love, but it's just the way you're perceiving.
Because I feel like if we sisters, we can go through. We can argue. We can go through an argument, but we could still love each other too. I don't like when you try to hurt me, because that made me, when you try to,
about the hurt.
Yeah, when you try to hurt me, it makes me think that I feel like you don't love me for real. You just tolerate me because we got the same damn mom. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't fuck with me for real. Like
So you think so basically it's the way you're receiving because she's not giving you the love that you think sister should get, because if you grew up as the only child with your dad, then you really don't know what kind of love sister's supposed to give. So she could be giving you the love, but it's just not what you think it should be or what you want. So it goes back to what Gam was saying, earlier. You know what I'm saying? So it could genuinely be she's loving you.
Yeah, she's definitely loving you the way that she know how.
I might be saying it wrong. I'm going to say this. I think all of them love me. They don't like me. That's what it is. Because I'm not going to say that they don't love me. That's just some bullshit if I say that. Okay. Because I know that they love me. Because a lot.
Now, like
a long time.
Normally she'd be like, "Oh, wrap it up, let's go." But it was, I guess it had, it's interesting to her too. But I feel kind of.
Because I knew she was nervous, right? So she had to warm up. Because I'm like, this ain't the girl I just sat and talked to her on the phone a couple times, and sitting there for about an hour and talked to her.
Yeah, we did.
I feel kind of bad in a way though, because I feel like, I don't know if we served our purpose for you. Yeah. Like, because I feel like you really need counseling. Like, you really need some tools in order to help you navigate through life, because being that you've been through so much, and the way life is set up, it doesn't hold a cut card with anybody. Right. So I just want you to be able to be the best you. For you.
Yeah, because I feel like I got a lot to work on. But I'm glad y'all told me it's me so I can work on me.